Welcome. I am Master Sergeant Hart, your narrator for today's ceremony. Please stand for the arrival of the official party and playing of the national anthem. Room, attention, hut! At ease. Please be seated. I want to welcome everyone and personally thank you for supporting these airmen as they enter the next challenging phases in their careers. Feel free to come forward and take photos during today's ceremony. At this time, students with guests attending, please introduce your guests.
My guest today is my father, Dan. He came from Crystal Lake, Illinois to attend today's ceremony.
My guests today are my stepdad and my mom. They came from Dallas, Texas.
From the staff of the Pavements and Equipment Schoolhouse, we want to be the first to commend these airmen on achieving their goal and arriving at this momentous occasion. The Pavements and Equipment Apprentice course is 54 academic days and is divided into 3 different courses. The initial course is 40 days where the students train on dump trucks, front-end loaders, compact track loaders, backhoes, excavators, asphalt and concrete pavement, and wartime contingency operations. The second course is the inner service course with 5 days of training in greater operations. Finally, the last course is Air Force Uniques and is 9 days. The students train on multi-purpose sweeper operations, water trucks, fencing, and material handling. Each student receives 18 Community College of the Air Force credits upon graduation, which are applied toward an Associate of Applied Science in Construction Technology. Today, these airmen graduate and earn the right to wear the Civil Engineer Occupational Badge. Airman First Class Winterstein, the class leader, will recite the badge's heraldic significance.
The gear wheel and compass has been used historically to represent engineering profession, both military and private sector. The gear represents the essence of engineering, applying scientific principles and technology to practical ends. The gear symbolizes an element representing the built environment that meshes weapon systems and trained personnel to enable the Air Force to perform its mission. The compass is a precision tool historically used by all engineers in designing and constructing facilities and equipment. The gear and compass together symbolizes all diverse specialties within the Air Force Civil Engineers. Finally, wings help to portray the fundamental linkage between engineering components and that built the environment provided by Air Force Civil Engineers is a foundation supporting the Air Force mission and people.
Thank you, Airman First Class Winterstein. It is time to welcome these students into our civil engineer family with the presentation of diplomas. Class 22-24, prepare to graduate.
Post.
Airman Carson, 366 Civil Engineer Squadron, Mountain Home, Air Force Base, Idaho.
Yeah.
First Class Chow, 60th Civil Engineer Squadron, Travis Air Force Base, California. Airman Basic Landon Oates, 633rd Civil Engineer Squadron, Langley Air Force Base, Virginia. Airman First Class Perdermo, 9th Civil Engineer Squadron, Beale Air Force Base, California. Airman First Class Salcedo, 633rd Civil Engineer Squadron, Langley Air Force Base, Virginia. Airman First Class Stortle, 556 Red Horse Squadron, Herbert Field, Florida. Airman Basic Walls, 633rd Civil Engineer Squadron, Langley Air Force Base, Virginia. Airman First Class Winterstein, 446 Civil Engineer Squadron, McCord Air Force Base, Washington. Airman First Class Pfeffer, 148 Civil Engineer Squadron, Duluth Air Force Base, Minnesota. Staff Sergeant Sanchez, 108 Civil Engineer Squadron, McGuire Air Force Base, New Jersey. Senior Airman Smith, 149th Civil Engineer Squadron, Blackland Air Force Base, Texas. Senior Airman Yu, 144th Civil Engineer Squadron, Fresno Air National Guard, California. Well, let's give a round of applause to our newest Dirt Boyz. Please be seated. Next, we would like to recognize the following individuals who have earned the next rank. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Being promoted to the rank of Airman First Class, Airman Basic Oates. Airman Carson. I will now turn the floor over to Lieutenant Colonel Carlson for words of inspiration.
All right, good afternoon. Thanks for everybody coming, and I especially want to thank the families, because I tell all of our graduates, I usually get to do a couple of graduations a week across all of our schoolhouses. It doesn't matter if we do a 4-year, 6-year enlistment, stay for 20 years or even 30. One constant throughout our career and after our career is the support of our family and friends. And so I applaud you for taking the time and the effort to come up here, to be here to support your family members. Because throughout their career, they're going to be asked to sacrifice time with you, with their family, in order to do what the Air Force asks of them. But thank you for making the effort to be here today. So I just want to give you all a round of applause. To the graduates, well, congratulations. I know you've been here for several weeks, and for some of you, this is the start of your Air Force career. I think we have a few who have been in the Air Force for a while, may have retrained, but this is the start of your career as a civil engineer. Now, the best advice that I can give every last one of you is to bloom where you're planted. Doesn't matter what base you're going to, what job you might be assigned to when you get to that destination, just do the best you can in the job that you're assigned. That's all that our NCOs, our senior NCOs, officers, and our commanders can ask of you. And if you do that, you perform those primary missions, that will bring success to you and to your unit. But remember that even though you've completed BMT, you've completed your tech school, this isn't the end of training, it's only the beginning. The Air Force is going to provide you with numerous opportunities to further your education. Some of you, your next step will be your CCAF, your CDCs. Some of you will pursue advanced academic degrees. You're going to have opportunities for professional military education. So don't ever discount the opportunities that the Air Force will give you, because we expect you to continue to learn. We're in a challenging environment at this time. We have peer competitors such as China, and we have Russia also creating security threats to our allies. And we're never going to be the great Air Force that we are now if we just stop learning. So you are the next generation of leaders in the Air Force, and I would expect that you continue to adapt and change and learn to the adapting and changing security environment that we're presented with. It's you all that will carry this Air Force in the future. Those of us who have been in for 15, 17, 20 plus years, we're kind of on the tail end of our career. There's not a whole lot that we can do to affect change. We may be stuck in our ways, but you see the problems from a different perspective. You have different ways to solve the problems that people like Senior Master Sergeant Wyatt and myself have had to deal with in our careers. So take what you know, take what you've learned here, apply it to your jobs when you get to those next duty stations, and make those squadrons better. And I have no doubt that you will. And that's why I'm proud to stand in front of you as your losing commander at this point, and excited for your opportunities, the endless opportunities that the Air Force presents to all of you. And congratulations.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Carlson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join the class in the Airman's Creed and the Air Force Song.
I am an American airman.
I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American airman, guardian of freedom and justice, my nation's sword and shield, its sentry and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, flying high into the sun. Here they come, to meet our thunder. And now, give them the gun, give them the gun. Now we die, starting our flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame, we go down in flames. Hey, nothing stops the U.S. Air Force.
At ease. This concludes our graduation ceremony. We invite everyone to stay and congratulate today's graduates, beginning with Lieutenant Colonel Carlson, Senior Master Sergeant Wyatt, First Sergeant Hines, instructors, and family. Thank you. Congrats.
Dirt Boyz.